Good morning, everybody. Yep, still hanging out in my car. I recorded it all on the same day. Okay, so John 11. John 11. I trust you guys are waking up to a great morning on this Wednesday morning, and I hope there's sunshine. And yeah, John 11. You know what? John is the only one who recorded this whole thing with Lazarus. He's the only one who indicated that Jesus came and that Lazarus had died and that Jesus had raised him from the dead. He's the only one who recorded that. This is the point right here where the Pharisees decided that it was here and now that this had to happen. They had been trying to plot and capture Jesus and trick him and all kinds of things for a long time now, but this was it. The whole thing. There was a lot of people who came to believe Jesus because of this miracle with Lazarus. This could not be covered up. There were so many people there. So many people witnessed. They were there when Lazarus was laid in the tomb, and they were there when he walked out. And that's hard. That's hard to refute, when that happens. So this was it. This was the moment. But I love Martha in this. I love Martha in this whole account of what happened. And you have to appreciate this. You have to remember that at this point in history, it hadn't always been this way, but at this point in history, the Pharisees were such women haters. They wouldn't acknowledge a woman if she was in the same room with them. Even if the woman was talking to them, they would just totally ignore the women. That's why Jesus, with the lady who was washing his feet, had turned to Simon and said, "Simon, do you see? Look at this woman, Simon. Look at this woman." And so the Pharisees had outlawed. They had said that women were not allowed to be taught the Torah. Now, those of you who are in Quebec and you watch us, I've compared the Pharisees to the Parti Québécois. It was a political thing. It wasn't a religious thing. It was a political thing. Just like the separatists here in Quebec, what they're fighting for is for their identity, and they feel that their identity is under threat. And so they want the French traditions upheld. They want the French language upheld. And so they feel that they're fighting for their identity. And this was what was going on with the Pharisees. The Pharisees were political. They were not priests, although the priests could be part of them. They weren't scribes, although the scribes could be members of the Pharisees. Most of these were just they were business owners and they were rich people and stuff that wanted to preserve the identity of Israel, which was under threat by the Greek culture at that time. So this is a political move. They have no spiritual authority, yet they kept upholding the law because the law was part of their culture. And they really didn't like women, and so they put pressure on people not to teach women the Torah. But here, Martha demonstrates that she knew Scripture because Jesus taught her. We saw the whole incident between Martha and Mary when Mary was paying attention and Martha was busy in the traditional woman's role. And Jesus told Martha that Mary had chosen the better thing, which was to be taught by him. And Martha must have taken it to heart because she knew enough to give back answers to Jesus. When she said, she was saying, "Lord, even now it's not too late. Even now it's not too late for my brother. You're here. It's not too late." And Jesus was referring to him being the resurrection. And Martha said, she indicated that yes, there will be the resurrection at the end of days. And Jesus says, you watch what's going to happen. Watch what's going to happen. And so this is part of our problem, is that just like Martha knew God could do something if he wanted to at this point, she was believing in the resurrection for the end of days. Not the here and now, but for the end of days. And this is quite often what we do. We take these promises that Jesus gave us and we reserve them for the end of days. We reserve them for eternity. But many of the promises that he gave to us, we won't need for eternity. We need them today. These promises are for today. Salvation is today. Healing is today. Casting out of demons is today. We're not going to need to know how to cast out demons for eternity because they're not going to be there. There's all kinds of things. The healing of the sick. There's not going to be any sick in eternity. Man, we got new resurrection bodies that will never fade, that will never spoil, that will never have sickness. This is the authority that we operate in now, the kingdom authority, the authority of Jesus Christ. And so people want to put off what we're supposed to have today, and we miss out. We miss out on so many opportunities because we're not willing to live those things today. Joy and peace are ours today. They will be for all eternity, but they've been promised to us for today. Just say that. They've been promised for us for today. Just declare that, for today. That's so important. You guys be blessed today. Hold on to those things. Operate in the kingdom today. It's yours. God bless.